Yo, my name's ryanfila and I spent almost 3 months traveling all over Colombia, and in today's video I'm going to give you over 100, almost 200 things that you can do throughout the entire country. Number 1 is Valle de Cocora or La Carbonera. It's the coffee region. The coffee region is a must, and in the coffee region, they have the tallest palm trees in the entire world located in that space. Valle de Cocora is really cool. It's accessible. It's much more accessible by car and by your average tourist. Therefore, it's a lot busier. This is the main site where you see the tallest palm trees in the world. But if you're feeling a little bit more adventurous and want to get behind the scenes, go to somewhere like La Carbonera. This place is on the map that I was talking about because it's really hard to find. Me and my brother went down there, we rented motorcycles, and we drove off on these dirt roads for hours. This was an entire day adventure, asking locals for directions, asking bike shops for directions to get out here. It's like coordinate points on the map that you're trying to find. The road that we're currently driving on isn't even on Google Maps. How cool is that? That's how remote and hidden it is, but it's so worth it. Valle de Cocora is cool. If you go out there, you should go there. But if you're looking for a real full day adventure, go somewhere out and see those trees in nature, like truly out in nature. Plus, there are a lot of other really cool things to see in that region, like the organic farms. We went to one where the guy was still picking them off of the tree himself, and they have banana trees and like other plantain trees and all sorts of other vegetation growing with the coffee. This is the most organic thing I've ever seen. It was one of the truest forms of organic farming that I've ever seen in my life. Because a lot of the other ones will say they're organic when they're kind of, but not quite as really. This is like you walk through their home organic. He's ready for a cup. Okay, now we're gonna go from the coffee region over to Medellín, and we're gonna go to number 2, which is Communa 13, Community 13. This place is all over travel guides. It's highly available on the tourism scene, but it is worth it. I've never seen a community quite like this, where they had been through so much struggle and so much strife and so much oppression. At one point, there were 4 illegal groups trying to fight over leadership for this community, and it wasn't that long ago. This community has transformed on the back of art and music and genuine community in the last 20 years like I have never seen anywhere in the world. It is amazing, and it's really cool to go see as a guest. The tour guides are pretty good about communicating that to you and to the community there, that when you come into this community, you are visiting a community. It's not a zoo. It's not somewhere where you need to give money or to like take photos of the kids, or, you know, it's just not that type of experience. You're coming into these people's homes, and they're very clear about that. And it seems like they've done a really good job with the community there to be like, these people aren't coming as viewers. They're coming as brothers and sisters and people visiting our community. So treat them as such, and it's just this beautiful harmonic relationship. And if you go, you will feel that, and you will feel the vibes of the art, and you will feel the vibes of the people and in the music. And even at the school in that community, the tour guide was telling us that the kids get an opportunity to give feedback on how they want the school to look and to be designed. It's just one of the most unique places I've ever been, and I've truly never seen a community change so fast and on the back of artists anywhere else in the world. That is hands down a must. We're gonna try to hit a couple cities on this list. So we're gonna go from Medellín down to Cali. Now, Cali is a city of salsa. This is the mecca for salsa in Colombia. It has its own style, it has its own flair, it has its own several day party after Christmas, basically celebrating salsa and like all of the Latin dances and music. And it's a huge festival with massive parades that come through every single day. But my location for you here is called Oasis Hostel. A lot of you that watch my videos are younger travelers, and you know, you're backpacking and doing the whole thing. This hostel is really cool and gives really good family vibe. I spent my Christmas here, like my actual Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, at this hostel, and the people who run it and the people who help maintain it were just so joyous and were there for you. You're not in like a big place where it's super touristed. It was like a house turned hostel. It's really cool and unique design. Plus, they have salsa lessons like every night. And if you go to Cali, you have to dance salsa at least once. I don't care if you can't move, you can't dance, you got to get out there and give it a try. That's so rich in their culture. You will be missing out if you don't at least give it a try. All right, for the fourth destination, we're going to go from Cali up to the north. I mean, the most northern point in South America. It's called Punta Gallinas. And you go up through La Guajira, which is the state, if I remember correctly. And almost all of that northwestern portion of Colombia is actually desert, like barren desert. Now, this is a unique trip. It's a several-day venture out here, and it's not exactly like a happy vacation adventure. There are communities who live out here in the barren desert, basically on their own, disconnected from society and with no government help, and in some of the rawest and most difficult living situations and circumstances that I've seen anywhere in the world. This is a trip that will change your perspective on humanity and humans and give you rich insight to life. I think these types of trips are important and special for travelers to take, and it gets you out of, oh, I'm just going here to enjoy the beach, or I'm just going here to go up in the mountains and sip my martini, or whatever it is. This is real life stuff, and you get to see it across the globe. If you don't want to do that trip, there's another trip that's a hike around there that's called La CIUDAD Perdida, which is the Lost City hike. I didn't get to go. It's a little bit more expensive, but many of my good traveler friends said that that hike was one of the best things that they did the entire time they were in Colombia. Now, from the barren, low populated north, we're going to go to the main city of Bogotá, which is the third biggest city, if I remember correctly, in South America by population. And we're gonna play some Tejo. Tejo is the national sport in Colombia, and you're actually throwing these little rock discs at actual gunpowder. And the whole point of the game is basically to blow up these little triangles of gunpowder. It's crazy, but look it up, Google it, Tejo. It's their national sport in Colombia. And Bogotá is the main place for it. At least that's what I found when I was there. It was harder to find in Medellín and Cali, but in Bogotá, it was everywhere. There's one place in specific where we went that had really good energy. The guys were there in like good spirits and focused on their employees. And they were like, we don't want people to work here their entire lives. We're just, a middleman, and we're helping them get educated. And it was just really cool. So I would love to put them on. It's called Tejo La Embajada. And as a side note, Tejo La Embajada has really, really good food. We were thoroughly surprised. I recommend the big platter dish. It's got a bunch of options and it's delicious. And it's on my Google map as well. That'll be down in the description. And in that Google Maps recommendation, it has my... You want to dance salsa?
No.
Come on.
No. Are you serious right now?
I have to practice so I don't let Ryan down. He said there's a big festival in Cali right after Christmas where it's all about salsa.
Where did you even get that information?
His travel map. There's over 170 places on it with specific notes on each one. And one of them is La Topa in Cali. It's a salsa dancing club where they teach you how to salsa. And you won't salsa with me. The link's down in the description. To be honest, Bogotá isn't every traveler's favorite. I thought it was underrated and I really enjoyed my time there. But if you're in the city of Bogotá and you want to get out, where I recommend you go is number 6, and it's called Guatavita. It's a small mountain town just outside one of the big lakes near Bogotá. If I remember right, it's only about 45 minutes outside of the city, and it's gorgeous. You get really small mountain town vibes. You can stay in beautiful glamping accommodations for pretty cheap, and they have small cafes and dessert spots and places for you to eat in the small town. But you just get that rich small town vibe and energy. If you're looking for that while you're in Bogotá, this is the place I would recommend. Now, I'm not going to go through all 170 locations that I have on my map in this video because this video would be like 2.5 hours long. But those are 6 of my favorite memories from when I was there from all around the country. Like I said, we went from Cali to Medellín to the north to the coffee region to Bogotá. That's actually all over Colombia, like flights and bus rides. And I have recommendations and feedback in all of those cities on the map. So go check that out if you're traveling there. I think it's well worth the $10 and will probably save you hundreds of dollars while you're on the ground. Plus, it's the closest thing that I can give you to actually being there traveling with you because it has all of my personal recommendations on every single location. I hope I'm not plugging it too hard, but I really think it's just an amazing resource. That's it for this video. I'm Ryan Fila. I hope you go out and live your limit and push your perspective while you're out there traveling and seeing the world. I'll see you in the next one. Much love.